Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Happy New Year. Um, all right, here we are. We had a few technical glitches this morning, and I apologize, but we are up and rolling with sound now. And so today I want to start off our movement practice, and this is a movement challenge. We're going every day from today until the end of January, and it's just to get us moving and maybe thinking about our movement a little bit differently. We're going to combine some things. So if you've practiced yoga before, you might see some similarities and some of the movements that we're going to do. We're going to add a ton of biomechanics in here. And what that is it's really about how your body performs in different positions and in different movements. And so the whole idea is that we're going to make you stronger. We're going to work in the subtle layers of the body, and we're going to work on things like posture, um, joint longevity, and wow, you'll just feel better all over. And isn't that the point? Just to really enjoy your body and enjoy life to the fullest. Um, so I'd like to start with a little intention setting over for the next month. So grab a yoga block, or if you don't have yoga blocks, we'll use two in today's practice. If you have them, quick go grab them and join us seated on the floor on a block. And if you don't have a block, get a nice thick, juicy pillow to sit on and have a seat. And really, you can sit in any comfortable seated posture. This cross-legged position happens to be my favorite. But if your hips are really tight, which is another thing we'll work on here, is you'll want to have your legs loosely crossed in front of you so that you can catch the knee and lift your spine up here and breathe. And of course, if you have anything going on with your knee joint, you can always support your knees with, again, um, a pillow or a block or another prop if you have one nearby. I use these yoga tune-up balls quite a bit, and sometimes they make a difference to help support an achy knee. So we'll come into this seated position, and we're going to start by sitting up tall. And we're going to shift your weight forward, like you're leaning forward a little bit. Notice how your back muscles start to engage here. And then we're going to shift our weight back, like we're leaning back, and we're going to feel the abdominals engage. I want you to find this like happy little middle point where you feel your abdominals relax and your low back muscles relax. And usually that means that's the back of your head stacks nicely on top of the back of your pelvis. And then take your hands to your thighs or your knees and close your eyes. And start to breathe. The whole time that we practice together, today and every day after that, we're going to practice with closed lips, and we're going to be breathing in and out of the nose as much as possible. And I'll bring your attention back to it with the breathing. We're going to keep breathing in and out of the nose. And just take a moment and set the intention for your movement practices this month. Like this month, what do you want to get out of these practices? Maybe you're a little tight or you're a little stiff somewhere in your body, or maybe everywhere in your body. And you just want to feel looser and freer. Or maybe you're looking to increase your joint longevity. You want to learn how to do that, how to prevent injury. Maybe maybe you want to be a little bit more mobile, but also a little stronger and feel powerful in your body. Like you can do anything. Like if you wanted to go play a sport or go for a really long hike, maybe that's the kind of thing that you want to do. And really, the whole goal, I believe, with movement is to just be able to enjoy your life to the fullest and not worry about, oh, but what if I can't do this because my back hurts? Or what if I can't do that because my hip? That you're just free. Take one more breath here. You can have your eyes closed still, or you can open your eyes. And we're going to make our way onto our backs now. So we're going to remove the block from underneath the hips and lie on your back with your feet flat and your knees up. And today we're going to start off nice and gentle. And as the month progresses, our strength will progress, our mobility will progress. So we are going to be advancing our practice as we go. Today, starting off nice and simple. Take your right leg, cross it over your left. Keep breathing in and out of your nose, and take your knees to the right and back to the center. To the right and back to the center. To the right and back to the center. And we're going to add a little shoulder into this and make the twist a little bit deeper. So we're going to take the arms right over the heart, put them together, palms together like in a prayer position. And the shoulders, both of the shoulders, glide over to the left just a teeny bit. Let them glide and then come back to the center. And so they're not moving a lot. They're moving like maybe 3 inches over to the left as the knees go right and everything pulls back to the center. But just that little bit makes the twist deeper. One more. And then uncross the legs and cross the other leg over the first. We're reversing this. Other side. Knees go left, shoulders go right. Pull everything back to the center. Keep breathing in and out of the nose. Shoulders go right, knees go left. Bring it back to the center. This is just a nice little warm up, getting the connective tissue loose at the lower back so that we have a little bit more mobility to work with. 2 more over here. And keep breathing. And notice if there's anywhere in your body that's tensing up, and bring a little relaxation to that area. It might feel like a breath, like when there's an exhale, there's like a letting go of. And then relax your arms down, uncross your legs. Now this one is so great because a lot of times it's rolled to our sides, and use arm strength to push up to seated. So a lot of times if the back is stiff, first thing in the morning, you roll out of bed, you put your feet on the floor and you feel stiff in your back. That's when you can do in bed before you put your feet on the floor, if you wish. Okay, so let's see, we're not gonna use a block for this next one. We're gonna stand up together. So one of the main things, when we started off with a little posture, I'm gonna move the screen up for just a second, and we're gonna talk about standing posture. So a lot of times what may happen with our bodies is a leaning forward again, or a leaning back. We want you to be aware of your posture. So stand on your feet and point all 10 of your toes forward. Now for a moment, shift the weight into the back of the heels. I'm going to face the side so you can see this a little bit clearer and better. I'm going to shift the weight into the back of the heels, and I'm feeling my abdominals slightly engaged. My toes might even want to pop up off the floor, but I'm just going to let them touch gently the floor. And you'll notice your shoulders start to hang off of your skeleton quite nicely. Like you don't have to pull them back. Your chest is just naturally open. So take a couple of deep breaths and just kind of note what this posture feels like. The heels are under the hips and the hips are under the head, the 3 H's. Now we're going to do a forward fold. We're going to do this a little bit differently perhaps than maybe you've been practicing forward fold like this, but maybe this is new. But we're going to bend our knees in this version, in this variation. So we're going to bend the knees and put the ribs on the thighs. And that might be a little difficult. So if it is, bend your knees more. Bend your knees more until you rest your ribs on the thighs. And then let your head hang. And then notice your knees, if they start to push together a little bit, I want you to press them apart a little bit. And shift your weight into the back of the heels. and feel how that elongates the spine so your spine is able to decompress and relax. Take some deep breaths. And when you exhale next, take your hands above your knees, exhale and push all the way up to standing. Inhale and bring your arms up, lift them up and lift your chest towards the ceiling. And then exhale and fold. Put your ribs on your thighs and let your head hang here. Shift your weight into the back of the heels. Now gently press your heels apart. And breathe. Shift your weight into the back of the heels and press your heels apart. Let your head completely hang. Shake your head no. And then again, exhale and push up to standing. Good. All right. This one is such a crowd pleaser. If you're standing anywhere and you have a little space, make sure you got a little space. We're going to swing. This is from Qigong. We're just going to swing. You want to lift each heel up as you swing in the opposite direction. You want to take your front arm, hit gently the front of the shoulder, and the back one taps the kidney. And this loosens up the spine as well. Take another couple of deep breaths and relax out of this. Now we're going to do a little, we're going to go back down to the floor and do a little bit of decompression. So this is where we want to bring the couple of blocks in. I'm going to tilt this screen down a little bit. So we're going to be doing a lot of floor work today. So have a seat flat on the floor and grab 2 blocks or 2 big old thick 4-inch high something or another's. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by sitting tall. So I want you to kind of notice your sitting bones. If you rock from side to side, you can feel your sitting bone on the floor or your other sitting bone on the floor. And that helps you sit up tall. Loosely cross your legs here. We're going to do a little decompression technique. We're going to take the blocks on either side of the hips and exhale, push down onto the blocks to lift your hips up off the floor. Now, a lot of times what I see is we want to hold our pelvis up toward our face because we think maybe our hips would fall off, but they won't. So just let them fall to the floor and feel the decompression in that low back. Keep breathing in and out of the nose. And then set the hips gently on the floor and come out. Now we're going to do a little twisting. So sit in a comfortable seated position with one leg out in front of you and one leg folded in. Now this is going to be the spiral. I call this the spiral staircase twist because we're not just twisting over and twisting as far as we can. We're isolating the twist. So I want you to think about right in front of your belly button. These vertebrae, use these as a little visual aid. One vertebra twists. It's not a big twist, it's just here. Now imagine climbing up the spine a couple of inches and twisting from here. And then climbing up again, twisting from here. And each time you're twisting, you're wanting to get high and twist from this one isolated location. You'll notice my chin wants to come over here, but I'm keeping my chin right over the center of my chest as I'm incrementally twisting. And when I finally get to the top, then I'm going to twist. I'll let my head go. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Lengthen your spine, the crown of your head reaching to the ceiling. Now take just your chin back over the center of your chest and unwind from the top down. So that's why I call it the spiral staircase twist. All right, we're going to do that one more time. We're going to go slowly. Twist to the right. Keep breathing in and out of the nose. lifting the chest, going slow, twisting, feeling each one of your vertebrae twisting all the way to the top, and then the chin comes over. Now take your chin back over the chest and unwind. Good. All right, let's do that to the second side. Just switch out your legs, fold one in and straighten the other. Lifting up tall, sitting on your sitting bones, twisting from here, climbing up, twisting from there, climbing up and twisting from there until you feel like you're all the way up the spine. And then take your chin over your shoulder. Take a couple of deep breaths. Now take your chin over the center of your chest and gently untwist. All right, one more time. From the bottom of the spine, climbing up, all the way to the top, and then turn the chin. Keep breathing in and out of the nose. You guys are doing awesome. Take the chin over the chest and untwist, untwist, untwist. All right, come on out. And then we're going to come back into a standing forward fold. So, and you can take your time to get there. Just want to spend a few breaths here. So, feet flat on the floor, all 10 turned forward. Shift your weight into the back of the heels and gently press your heels apart from one another. Make sure you bend your knees enough to get the ribs resting on the thighs. But as we do more, you may notice that your forward fold will open up a little. Let your head drop to the floor and shake your head no a couple of times to make sure there's no tension there. You can even bring your fingertips behind your heels for a little balance, and it helps you keep your weight also in the back of your heels. Take another deep breath. And then walk your hands out in front of you. And then just gently walk your feet back. Come into a downward facing dog. Take your shoulders and move them apart from one another. And feel a lot of space on each side of your neck. And then rotate the crease of the elbow forward. And then even if your heels are up off the floor, it's okay if you have bent knees and your heels are up off the floor. But even if they are, you can shift your weight into the back of the heels and gently press your heels apart. That's going to change how you feel here. It's going to help you lengthen your spine. I want you to push, imagine you're pushing your heels down into the floor and feel your spine lengthen some more. Deep breaths. And take your left foot between the hands and place it down on the floor. So half of your body is like in a lunge and half of your body is like in a plank. And then we're going to twist. Left arm up toward the ceiling. I want you to feel like you're wringing out your waist here. And then place your hand down on the floor. Step your foot back to down dog. And then we're going to re-engage, widening the shoulders from each other, rotating the crease of your elbow forward, shifting your weight into the back of the heels and gently pressing your heels apart. Right foot steps between the hands. Twist. This is very yoga-like. So my yoga folks may feel right at home here. Twist the waist all the way up. And place the hand on the floor. And then step back to your downward dog. Shoulders move away from each other. Another way to think about that is your shoulder blades drop towards your waist. You'll feel your spine lengthen there as your palms gently press into the floor. Shift your weight into the back of the heels and then press your heels apart and breathe. And then set your knees gently down on the floor. And we're going to do a little spinal strengthening today, too. So, something really simple and easy. We're going to do a modified side plank. Actually, let's see, I think we're running up on time. So, we're not going to do the modified side plank today. Instead, we're going to start to relax. So, this is where we get to take a couple of blocks. We're going to take a couple of blocks and we're going to set one up 9 inches high. Or maybe you have pillows or something nearby. This one, 6 inches high. This one's tall. This one's about medium height. This one's tall. We're just going to relax your spine here. And then your head to the block. Notice how your chest is lifted, chest is open, but the low back muscles are relaxed. So this position is a nice, easy position for you. Close your eyes and start to feel your body relax. Take some slow, smooth breaths in and out of the nose. And if you feel your body tensing anywhere, in the legs or the hips, just notice that and let the tension go. Stay here and rest for a few minutes and enjoy the breath. It's been lovely being with you today, and I'll meet you here tomorrow. Um, Same channel. I'll see you then. Take it easy.